Yep.
Okay. By the time, first of all, I come from a working dog background, okay? We don't use come, we use here. And the reason why is because it's a German term for come, right? So a lot of times, most of the European carryover into the American pet market started back in early Hollywood, back in the late 20s, right? Early 20s, actually. Late teens, early 20s, whatever. These people were taught by German trainers, okay? So they used German commands, of which here is one. Two, and this is probably even more important. By the time we get these dogs, they hear the word here, and because of all the things I've already described to you, they think, or they hear the word come, and all the things I've described to you about escape and avoidance behavior, they hear the word come, and to them it means run like hell in the opposite direction. So instead of forcing them through something that they find non-appetitive, right? I'm going to just change the command and change the dynamic so the expectation becomes one of pleasant, not one of discord. Does that make sense? So it's easier for me to remember here and train my owners that, because the vast majority of owners, and I have them do it right here in the warehouse, they call their dogs to come to them. Stacy, come. And the dog's like, how about no? I said, come here, Stacy. And Stacy's like, again, no. And all of a sudden the owner pops up and starts advancing on their dog. You see what happens? You see what she just did? She's like a rocket, right? So we change that. We never advance on a dog when we call them to come to us. We retreat. Hey, Lil, out, sit. Good. You ready? Here. Yay! Here, sit. All right, good pup. And the reason I do that is because motion creates motion, right? So dogs are very directional. And we talk about directional pressure a lot, okay? So when we talk about directional pressure, it doesn't have to be leash and collar pressure. It can be, physical pressure, right? Environmental pressure. When I move into her space, right, she has to move away. If I'm advancing on my dog, right, now you see she doesn't have a lot of fear because every time I've walked in on her, something good's happened. I pet her, played with her, whatever, okay? But when I move away, we engage that predatory instinct. And all of a sudden, wow, right? Out. Thank you. See what I'm saying? Make more better sense?